An evacuation order remains in place for Summerland, BC, after the Bald Range wildfire sparked on Friday afternoon and quickly grew, forcing thousands of residents to flee. Sadly, an 80-year-old woman died while trying to escape. Now, for the latest on the situation in Summerland, let's bring in the town's mayor, Doug Holmes. And Mayor, thank you so much for speaking with us today during what is obviously an incredibly difficult time. We appreciate it. Let's start off with, can you walk us through the moments leading up to the complete evacuation of Summerland, and at what point did you realize this was extremely serious and that you needed to get residents to safety?
I think the fire started about 15 kilometers west of Summerland, and there wasn't a lot of concern at the time. It was just a small fire. We've had those small fires around us before, but it was just the speed of that, how quickly it closed in towards our municipal boundaries. Nobody had ever seen anything like that. Just speaking with the incident commander of the BC Wildfire Service yesterday, and he was saying he's never seen anything like that. How fast that fire moved and closed in. And Summerland's we're an agricultural community. We kind of have three really fertile mountain valleys that in the community, and the fire entered two of those valleys, and that's when we kind of knew we had a problem. And those two valleys were evacuated right away, and then within a couple hours after that, the decision was made to evacuate the whole town.
And Mayor, what is the current situation? How much progress has been made on the Bald Range fire?
I think a lot of progress has been made. The weather conditions have been favorable, but it's still out of control. It is still growing. Luckily, it's growing away from Summerland right now, but it's still burning in Summerland.
And do you have any idea on the timeline for when residents can return? And do we know what exactly they're actually returning to?
Yeah, this is the million-dollar question. We can't really even think about returning until the fire is under control, and it's not under control yet. We are putting a re-entry plan in place. We're doing that now to figure out what re-entry is going to look like. It'll probably have to be a gradual approach, kind of neighborhood by neighborhood, as we ensure each neighborhood is safe. We need to assess our infrastructure. We need to, there's power lines down all over the place. There's still spot fires all over. Our water is contaminated. So all that needs to be addressed before people can start returning home.
And Mayor, as we know, I mean, those photos, the videos coming out of Summerland are just devastating. The loss from this wildfire is enormous. We mentioned an 80-year-old woman died while trying to flee it. Homes and businesses have just been destroyed. What is your message to the residents of Summerland as they try to navigate this?
My main, we've been really united. We've really been working together through the whole evacuation, and most of us are here in Penticton, and we're helping each other out here. We need to keep that spirit when we go back, because as you said, we don't really know what we're going back to, and we need to brace ourselves for that. And the hardest part is still to come, the rebuilding. And we need to remain united and to rebuild our community.
And Mayor, this is your home, this is your community, and you are the leader as mayor. How are you finding the strength to guide residents through this incredibly difficult time?
I think in times of crisis, people rise to the occasion. People, the best comes out of people, and that's what I've seen from our whole community. You put yourself second, and you put the community first. We have our own fire department is in Summerland fighting the fires, and I've heard one of our firefighters has lost his own home, but he continues to fight day and night to save other people. So that's the kind of mentality, that's the kind of community we are.
And have you been in contact with the provincial and federal governments? Are they offering any help at this point? I mean, what can be done to help Summerland and its residents? What is needed most right now?
But yeah, for the whole response, I'm in touch with several cabinet ministers on a regular basis. Premier AB has called me, and we've spoken, and our staff is working very closely with the provincial staff. So the response, dealing with this response, it's been great. But what I say, what I always say is that we need that cooperation and support to continue. Once the response is over and we're into the next phase for rebuilding. So that's where we will really need that senior level government support.
Well, Mayor, we wish the town of Summerland a very speedy recovery and rebuilding process. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
That is the Mayor of Summerland, BC, Doug Holmes.